you know your fish and you know when there's something not right. Take a measure on it, but if you have a look, I'm just comparing a few of the charts to make sure that the ammonia would be a problem. Give it a shake. Heavy metals through the trickle in. It's 3.0726257. I'm trickling into the pond, one of them in it. You can see that, guys? It's the same fish again. You've got to check and check and check and check and check and check and check. Say that again. Thank you, mother, for the rabbits. Proper interest in what's been going on. That, I think, would need treating again. Complete change of plan. Big change. But what I'm thinking, watch this space. So just to bring everyone up to speed, recently I've been having a few issues in my koi pond. My previous 2 videos that I've put out, I've had problems going on and I'm trying to work out the problem. Took a big gouge out the side of the fish's head. You'll see that up there. But my main concern is the reason why that fish did that. I've been ticking off all the boxes, going through water checks, going through parasites, going through absolutely everything. I've recently added a new fish to the pond at the same time. But then I found something else. I found something that could be my problem. I'm an honest koi keeper and I've always ever been honest on this channel. So I'm not an expert, I'm a hobbyist and I enjoy doing it. And if you can subscribe, thank you, mother, for the rabbits. So yeah, guys, proper interest in what's been going on, to be fair with you. Old Nessie's head, big old beast. This one could be the problem, causing all of the aggro in the pond at the moment, making all the other fish eat crazy. Since I treated the side of that as well, it's looking a lot better, guys. That, I think, would need treating again to make sure it's not going to get infected. But reverting to that, with the showers that you can see on the pond, so many people have told me that they need to be hired, and I'm not saying they don't, because they do. When I built this pond, the reason why I wanted it like this, I was trying something out. I knew that there was a case of possibility, if I ever had a problem like I have now, that they would whack themselves. Fish have been in here a whole year, not had a problem. Up until now, one's whacked itself. And it needs amending, it needs sorting out, and I need to think of something. So the brain's thinking, ticking, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. But to do these things, changing things around, it ain't as easy as me just lift them up, put something underneath them and hire them up all within a day. To start with, I've not got loads of room to play with to hire them up anyway. There's room, but I'm not just going to bodge it up, it's got to look right. Also, one extra thing, when I put them in, for the people that saw me build the pond, I put them in place and then put the slabs around it. So I think possibility there might be a little bit stuck on the side with a bit of cement, but I'm sure I'll be able to get them up. But what I'm thinking, complete change of plan, big change. Where you can see the showers along the back there, the reason why I put it there, it's because I like the look of the pond, I like the view, the sound, the noise and all that jibber jabber, looking through there, looking at the 2 stainless steel showers, and I wanted minimal sound coming off of them, running into the pond. Obviously the problem, I need to sort the problem so it don't happen again. So temporarily, I've just ordered off of eBay a piece of rubber which I can fit to the bottom of the showers for time being, until I work out a plan of moving the showers, possibly hire them up, I don't know, to maximum I got. I'll try one and see if it will make any difference worth doing. But what I'm thinking, moving the showers completely, resituating them in the garden somewhere. I've got to come up with an idea, or in the filter house somewhere, if at all possible. I don't know yet, I'm thinking. But what I'm thinking is, you know, box in that whole back section so it's completely sealed, which will help with temperatures as well. I'm also thinking cover the front of the pond. I've got loads of ideas running through my head at the moment. You'll have to stick around, subscribe to the channel, because major things are going to start happening and changing, but it takes time. Hopefully for the people that's been following, they've seen what's been going on with the flicking, the flashing. People that don't know what that means, some people have commented that on the video. It means when the fish swims aggressively, like a against the wall, or a quick aggressive swim movement, flick, out of character to what it normally does. Generally they do it when you're not here, when they're on their own, and that's how they bang themselves. All of the other fish have been a lot better in the past 24 hours. I would say be 10 times better than what they were. Yeah, a bit of a strange one. I don't think I'm at the end of the problem yet, but I could come out here and tell you that I am. All the fish look like they're acting fine, and I could come over and say, all the koi are doing fantastic, nothing wrong with them at all. I know how to keep all my water quality right, blah, blah, blah. But no, I'm being dead honest on the channel, and you know your fish, and you know when there's something not right, and I wanted to share it with you. And if I have improved it or stopped any of the shit going into the filter, which I found on the bottom of the drum on my previous video, people said to me, your water line doesn't touch that shit. Well, when I've done that filming, the pond was dropped an extra 20 mil, 25 mil. Some of that shit is sat in the water 24/7, and every time that drum cleans, that water is running over that shit into the pond constantly, and the drum filter can go off every 3 or 4 times an hour when I'm feeding. So it's constantly going into the pond. Now that's gone, I'm not saying it's ended it, but it might start showing signs of improvement. I'm going to leave it a few days, leave them alone, see what happens, because if I keep putting the net in, keep taking them out, trying to find something that's not there, could also create a problem with stress, and it's not worth doing. I'm just going to sit on my hands for a minute. I'm not going to put any treatment to the pond. I've been speaking to my mate Clayton at Springbank Koi. He is sending me out something to try. As you'll see in a minute, I'm going to go and do another test just to make sure all of my water quality is right, and we'll go from there. But while that one's swimming across there, it's just gone black, little black dot on her, but she come with that. The pus is gone from it, and hopefully the wound on the fish's head, if I leave it alone, if the water quality is good, everything else will be good. As long as I've not got no parasite. And I can't seem to find any parasite. There's no sign, no mucus, no build up. You know, the fish aren't stressed. The only other thing that I am thinking about doing is the water supply that comes in. Apparently you can get it sent off, tested to see what you're pumping into the pond. I know a lot of people, they've been turned off by putting a trickle in that to their ponds, but it's something that I've always done, so I'm sticking with it, and I haven't changed it, and I haven't had a problem up until I've added this new fish. And I know all the experts out there saying, James, you should have a quarantine pond, but if a 90% or 99% of koi hobbyists on this channel follows me, could say they had the room for one, they would probably put one in. But I haven't got the room for one, and I haven't got the money to pay for one, and I like the hobby, and it's part of buying a new fish. It's just working out, when you get a problem, what to do. And I think I've done all I possibly can. I could be looking for something that's not there, but because they're flicking and flashing, and I know my koi, I know something's not right. So I've been sharing and showing you what's been going on, how I've been dealing with it. And if it is helpful to anybody to check or to go through, that's part of why I run this channel. I'm not an expert, I'm a hobbyist, and they're me babies, and I'll do anything for them. As you can see, pitch black at night. But yeah, funny old hobby, innit guys? But we love it. We absolutely love it. But as you can see, this whole clip now, not one of them's flashed or flicked the whole time. But generally they've been doing it when I'm not here. So the light out here ain't the best to film, but I'm basically, what I'm doing, I'm just comparing a few of the charts to make sure that the readings that I'm getting back are actually correct, because I had a subscriber comment, Koi water rants or plants, I can't remember your exact name, mate, I do apologise about that. But what I'm getting at is that he mentioned that to check my Hanna meter to make sure, just, you know, being just one extra thing to make sure that I haven't got any ammonia or any other water qualities. What I'm checking with the Hanna kit is the same with a different test kit, just to see if there's any difference whatsoever, just to make sure that this is giving me the right readings and it's working correctly. It's worth double checking just to get that off my mind. Got to be in it to win it. So we're counting down now and we'll see what's going to say. .0.6, which is more than acceptable. I'm not worried about that. They have just had a little bit of feed, so you know, you've got to have, like also was said, you've got to have a slight fraction bit of ammonia in your pond, because if you haven't, the rest of your system's not working right. So I believe that my tests are, obviously this one's still got another 6 minutes left, but I believe that that test is working all right. So I'm going to run through the rest. I ain't going to bore you. If I find something, I'll let you know, but I always check the ammonia to start with and I work my way from there. But I'm definitely not worried about that, and I'm definitely not worried about that. My nitrite is absolutely fine by this test kit. We're just waiting 14 minutes for this one here to count down and we'll check this, but I really don't believe it's me water quality what I'm getting issues or why I'm getting issues. So I think after tonight this will be my last check on water and we'll just go from there. I'm going to do the same test as well on everything what I'm trickling into the pond, just to be sure that there's nothing else. I'm just doing one more test over everything to cross this off of the list, because I don't believe it's water quality issues. I'm going to go through the KH next, and I'm also going to test the KH with this test kit. I'm also going to test the pH one more time, even though this is giving me a constant reading, just to make sure that the pH is lining up with what it says up there. I've also been coming in here just before I go to work. I've come home on my lunch break. I've also been checking as soon as I get home from work and just before I go to bed to see if the pH has been moving, swinging, fluctuating, and it stayed between 7.2 and 7.3 the whole time. So by this, I think it's working right, but we're going to test everything again. Still clear as a daisy the whole time I've been talking to you guys. 12 minutes left. I'll get back to you in a minute. So I've got the reading for the KH on the Hanna coming in at 55. Divide that by 17.9. Do the maths for me, guys. But while we're here, I'll check it here as well. The one drop to start with. Here it goes. Nope, not happy about that drop. There's the only problem with these. One drop to start with. One in, should turn blue. Give it a shake. There you go. One drop. Give it a shake. And that's saying I've got a KH of 1. Right, it's a real quick maths. Look, I'm pretty good at me maths, so I didn't use a calculator or anything, I've done it in my head. 55 divided by 17.9 is 3.0726257. Right, the only way I got that answer is because I've done it with a calculator, alright? But what I'm getting at is, as you just saw on the video, what that said at 55 to what this said of KH of 1 to make it blue, and then another one to make it turn yellow. Well, in my head is that either 1 kh or 2 kh. I've never been 100% sure on these tests. I've relied on that the whole time. I know my kh in the pond is always very low. I always keep it around where it's at the moment. The trickle what comes into the pond, I'm only getting about half a kh to a kh out of the tap water supply. So that's why I constantly trickle in, but I keep it at 3, what I thought was at 3, with the old bicarb, which is up there. 3 or 4 packs of this, what I got cheap off of eBay, so I've been using it up. That's interesting to find out that maybe that's 1 or 2, but I don't rely on that. I've been relying on that, but both of them tests have come back different. We still got 2 minutes 13 on this, still clear as a daisy. The reflection off of that is from that. If you look down in it, guys, that's been about 20 minutes sat in there now. Yeah, that's interesting to start with. Shall I redo that test again and find out? Maybe, maybe not. But if I thought the KH was a problem, the ammonia would be a problem, that would be a problem, that would be a problem. So let's test the pH and see if we got the same pH. You've got to check and check and check and check and check and check and check. Say that again. Say that to yourself. Check. As you can see, pH 7.3. Put me drops into here. This is why this is so super hard to work out exactly where you are with reading off of a colour chart. But it's in between that colour and that colour. So I would say that there's pretty damn accurate and reliable. And if that ain't fluctuating and changing, what KH am I reading? That's what I'm not sure about. Do I do another test of a KH again? I will. I'm doing it again. So yeah, I've done it again, guys. Exactly the same results. One of them, innit? I don't believe that that's my problem. I know people will say your KH is too low, but everything else is fine, and I've ran the pond like this the whole time the koi's been in here, and it's not been a problem or issue. So I don't believe it's anything to do with my water quality, but it could be something going into the water, heavy metals through the trickle in, which is just irritating the fish just a little bit. And I'm OCD about what I'm seeing because of the damage, what's happened. But I know that's the damage, or that's the damage on the corner of the pond, or something else, but possibly that. You can see it from a better angle here. They are super close. There's probably about, I don't even know, to be fair, I haven't even had a tape measure on it, but if you have a look, they do get there. Hello. It's easy to bang themselves, so yeah, I've tried it. It sounds real quiet, but I think means must if I'm gonna run this channel and continue to run it, to stop it happening again or try to prevent it. Got to bite the bullet and do something about it, even though how much I like them where they are. Possibility I could lower the pond, level in the pond, but then that will make the window look crap, because I like it being up as high as it can be. Did you see that, guys? That's what I'm on about. A little flick and flash if there's something not right. So the next thing I'm gonna do is leave them alone for a few days, see if it slows right down to anything, to nothing. Go easy on the feed, sit on my hands, and just see how things turn out, see if it slows down. But if I get any more flicking and flashing on a continuous or anything else happens, I'm going back in with the scrapes, because I'm the whisperer and I don't give up and I don't give in, because fish is my life. How sad that sounds. But yeah, I love me fish, and if anyone can do it, I'll be able to do it. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone, the support and everything else. The comments, the suggestions, what to do. I'm not out of the boat yet. but I wanted to keep you up to date on a little bit more information tonight. Keep the nightly upload videos going on. They're not edited as well as what they normally are, but it is what it is. And then you should go and see signs like that again, where the fish could just be resting because the water temperatures have dropped down to 14 degrees. And they're probably not happy. They're not having nowhere near as much food as what they were. But it's the same fish again. This is why I'm still concerned. Do you know what I mean? This whole video, this is everything you've seen has happened tonight, and then that fish gets back up. So have I got parasite that I can't bloody find? And it ain't me water quality. It could be the bacteria or parasite that is in the pond. So you can see why I'm concerned, and I'm doing everything I possibly can. We'll get it sorted. Look at it though, look. They look. You wouldn't think, would you? Strange. Proper bloody strange. But yeah, I'm going to do something about these showers. Watch this space. Koi Whisperer, over and out. Thank your mother for the rabbits. That's me, James the Koi Whisperer.